Hey guys, it's Emily, and tonight I am going to be doing a beautiful, sexy, smoky eye for you with my Urban Decay Baked palette. I love this palette because you can do so many different things with it. You can create a beautiful, natural nude eye. You can create a beautiful smoky eye, and your color options are just amazing. So I really like the neutrals down here at the end for blending. And then for my smoky eye, I like using the smog and the creep together. But then you can also create a beautiful look by using these plummy colors in Toasted and Hustle. It's like a I don't know, like a dark mauvey purple and then kind of a beautiful English rose pink, and they're both very satiny and shimmery. And then of course the half baked is really awesome. It's like a burnished gold, and it's very bright and very reflective. So, and again, there's just so many things that you can do with it. You don't really need any other palette once you have this. I know it's been hugely popular. I had to wait for 3 weeks to get mine because it was back ordered everywhere that I looked. So again, this smoky eye is just using a lot of the golds. It's using the dark horse that I was telling you about, which is kind of a a black khaki color, and it's got gold reflect in it, got lots of gold specks. And then I used creep, which is a black with a little bit of blue, and then it also has some gold fleck. And then of course the half baked for the gold color. And then I just used some neutrals for blending. And so again, it's just is a really beautiful, kind of a different take on the smoky eye, but I guarantee you'll love it and you'll get a lot of attention. So here we go. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start with our eyeshadow primer potion by Urban Decay, and just make sure to get it all over the lid from your lash line to your brow bone, making sure as well to get it all the way into the inner corner where we're going to be applying some shadow. And I'm going to be using my eyeliner brush by MAC to apply my my crease color, which is going to be the dark horse, which is this one right here. So it's kind of a dark khaki with some gold fleck in it. And what we're going to do is I'll zoom in for you guys so you can really see how I'm doing this here. So we're just going to start in the corner of the eye first, and I'm just going to kind of go out to the side in a V shape. And we're going to draw a very deliberate line in our crease. And I have to kind of stretch out my skin a little bit because the skin on my eyelid is a little bit crepey. And we're going to bring it up a little bit higher where the arch of our brow is, and then we're going to bring it all the way in to the very corner. Oops, I'm going to fix that here in a minute. Okay, so you see it's just a real deliberate line. That's going to be covered up here in just a second anyways. Okay, make it even a little bit darker. Okay, and then we're going to take the darker color, which is kind of it's almost like a dark black with a little bit of gold fleck in it, and I'm going to put that on my flat brush. And I'm just going to fill it in right here on the very corner and smoke it out a little bit. And to kind of blend that, I'm going to take my fluffy eyeshadow brush and just blend it. And then bring it up, because I want these two colors to be blended really well together. Okay. And then I'm going to use, as a blending color, I'm going to first use this kind of mocha brown. It's called Buck. And I'm going to use my stiffer bristle brush. And we're going to go above this line to start blending out the harsh line that we have, because we don't want any harsh lines. We want all of the shadows and the colors that we put on to blend really well together. So I kind of pick up some of that line and blend it out into that mocha brown that we just picked up. You see how that line is just gradually kind of disappearing. And that's exactly what you want. You don't want any lines. It's all about blending and mixing color. Okay, so then I'm going to take the next lightest shade, and that's the Naked shade, using the same brush. Then I'm going to blend the darker brown that I just used, and I'm going to use Naked and put it all the way up to my brow bone. And then just blend both of those colors together, and I'm going to even bring it out to the side. Okay. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick up my favorite color in this palette, and it is the really beautiful kind of bronzy gold, and that is Half Baked. And I'm going to really load up my brush with this color. If I can keep my brush in my hand, that is. Okay, and then we're going to put that right in the middle of the lid. So we're really going to kind of pack this color on. And we're going to bring it all the way into the corner, and I'm going to kind of mix it in with some of those darker colors that I already applied. And this is really going to make this whole look pop. So again, bring it out into that black and that dark khaki green and blend it really, really well. But you want this color to really stand out. And then to make it pop even a little bit more, I have one of the stacked eyeshadows from MAC. It came in a series of 4. And let me see if this one even says what color it is. I don't think it really matters because they don't even have it anymore. But it is very, very reflective. It has large chunk of sparkle to it. And this is kind of a gold champagne color. And I'm just going to apply this right to the center of the lid, just to add a little bit more pop, because this look is for going out. Okay, so you can see how it's all coming together. And then I'm going to line my eye, and I'm going to use my favorite kohl eyeliner. It was like one of the first kohl eyeliners out there, and it's just the Expert Wear by Maybelline, the red stick. And you want to take your lighter and light it and get it nice and soft. Just make sure and blow on it to cool it down before you apply it to your eye. But this is just a really great eyeliner. I use this on a lot of people. And it's a very, very dark, dark black. So I'm just going to start applying this. I got it a little too soft. There we go. Okay. And I am going to put this all the way in. Typically, I would only go about 2/3 of the way in and then stop. But this is supposed to be a real dramatic smoky eye, and I want it to be very, very dark. And since we have so much of that gold, to get that smokiness, it needs to be offset with a rimmed eye. So I'm going to do both the top and bottom. And I'm going to get my waterline. Let me adjust this a little bit for you guys. Sorry. There we go. And again, go all the way in on the bottom. And then into the lash line, because we're going to smudge it out anyways. Okay. And then again, taking my eyeliner brush from MAC, I'm going to dip it into that kind of dark black color. It's called Creep. And I'm going to go over this liner, and I'm going to wing it out a little bit. And just smudge, smudge, smudge. Do the same thing on the bottom. Okay, see how gorgeous that is? And then to add a little bit more dimension to the liner, I'm going to take the liquid liner by Urban Decay, and this is in color Smog. And it is a really pretty dark khaki green with a little bit of sparkle in it. And I'm just going to put it on the outer corner of the eye, and I'm going to wing this out a little bit so we have a little bit more definition to our lash line here. Okay. And I can see too that on this eye, I need to bring this line in a little bit more. You see how it is on this side and it's not there. So we want to make sure that both eyes are as uniform as we can get them. So I'm going to bring it on a little bit more. And then we'll go ahead and blend it with our shadow brush. There. It's better. And then, last but not least, what I did for this look is then I took more of that half-baked, and I just want to put it underneath the black liner on the bottom. Because it is such an awesome, awesome color. Get it nice and bright. Want those babies to stand out. Okay. It looks like I need to even out this eye a little bit more, add a little bit more black eyeliner underneath. So again, we want both eyes to be even. Okay. So we'll zoom out so you can see the whole look. So it's a beautiful going out look. It's very vivid, and yet it's got that sexy smoky look. And then for the lip, I used one of my new Revlon colors actually for the lipstick, and it's in the color Icy Nude, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's a pinky beige, and it's got a little bit of shimmer to it, so it'll make your lips nice and shiny. And then for the gloss, I used my Urban Decay Lip Junkie in, let's see, Midnight Cowboy. So this is really awesome stuff. Super, super shiny. You can use it by itself, or you can use it over the top of any lip color that you like just to amp up your lips a little bit. So I hope that you enjoyed this look. I know that I had a lot of fun doing it, and I can't wait to have a date and go out and show it off. So thanks, guys. And if you have any questions about it, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Bye.